Hey there, everyone, and we're with Sherry Bedard, again from animalinstinctschool.com. And for today, we're going to teach people how to give a treat to the family dog. Now, if you're a child, maybe at a certain age, you should not be giving your dog treats at all, and Sherry will go into that really quickly. But let's say the child is about 8 or 9, and the parents are still around, so there's still supervision going on. There's a right way and a wrong way to give the family dog a treat, and Sherry's going to tell us about that. Hey, Sherry, thanks for doing this.
Hi. Again, here is my partner in crime, Haley, 7-year-old Doberman. And she and I are going to demonstrate how a child will give a dog a treat. First of all, it's actually very, very, very important that when giving a dog a treat, that over time you don't actually take food and pretend to give it to the dog and take it away. The reason for doing that is because as you're doing that, you're creating a food possession with the dog. So what happens is no matter what treats you give, especially if a child is giving a treat, then the dog will actually snap at the child's hands just to get the treat out of fear that the child will actually take the food and just pull it away from the dog, so the dog will never have it. Come here, Haley. So, first of all, you want to make sure that you're not taking food and teasing the dog with it, so none of this. Oh, you want it? You want it? You want it? Oh, you want to get that? You want to get that? You don't want to do that because in doing that, just once or twice is fine, but if you're doing it over time, what happens is the dog will actually snap at your hands to be able to get the food.
Because the dog is getting PO'd a little bit, isn't he?
Exactly. Imagine if you're just standing there, you're enjoying your day, somebody walks by with a chocolate bar and is saying, hey, you want some of this? Do you want some of this? And then turns around and walks away with it, and you don't get it. Then obviously you're going to say, well, no, this is just wrong. I'm not going to stand for this anymore. So the next time the person comes by, then what you're actually going to say is, you know what, just get away from me. Well, a dog, they actually have a very strong food drive. So what happens with this very strong food drive is that the dog will actually snap at your hands to get the food, causing more deeply aggression in the dog. So that's why it's very important not to do that type of behavior around the dog. So especially when children are concerned, it's very, very important that you be very careful as to how you raise your dog. If your dog doesn't want to eat his meal, don't make him. Your dog will always stay alive no matter what. Dogs are programmed. It's their instinct, no matter what happens, to make sure that they have all the nutrition they need to stay alive. If your dog is not getting this nutrition, please take him to the vet. He probably has a medical condition.
Now, yep.
Continuing, if you want to give a dog a treat, for children, the best way to do it is with any other barnyard animal, with the palm of your hand straight out, and we take the little treat and we'll put it just in the middle of the palm. Now, in getting down near the dog, who happens to look a little dead right now, come here. Good. What we want to do, yes, I know you're going to get it, is just to give the treat like so. If it falls on the floor, then that's fine. So, doing that again. Now you see how she cannot touch any of my fingers. She's not snapping at it. Well, if you were to use, for example, the method of trying to give and take away the treat, then what happens is, even though a child's hand is out flat, then what happens is the dog will snap at the fingers anyway. So that's why it's also very important for children not to give the treats that way. That's why it's always important, very flat hand. And no matter what happens with the flat hand, if the dog is trained properly and the parents are supervising, you'll never have any problems. This is, of course, with your own family pet.
Excellent tip, Sherry. Thanks so much. And again, we really are talking about only your family pet. If we're talking about a strange dog, it's not recommended for adults, but it's certainly not recommended for children to give, strange animals treats just because they don't know the aspects of the animal. And we really are only talking about your family dog. Thank you very much for sharing that with us, Sherry. Sherry is a animal behaviorist and a dog trainer. And if you're having trouble with your animal in Montreal, you can check out animalinstinctschool.com. Link to go in the show notes, and it'll be Sherry's pleasure to come check out your problem and help you solve it. Thanks again, Sherry.
Thank you.